Wonderful. So hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and welcome to our event with Corinne around the art of grieving, self-care and slowing down. And if you haven't met me before, my name's Emma. I'm part of the Untangle team, and welcome to our first Untangle Plus event as well. Hopefully exciting stuff going on at Untangle at the moment. So yeah, really lucky to have Corinne Laan with us this evening. So Corinne is a natural healer, acupuncturist and Chinese medicine practitioner who specialises in grief and women's health. Her new book has been recently published. It's called The Art of Grieving, Gentle Self-Care Practices to Heal a Broken Heart. And Corinne is a former nurse, but her new passion is Yang Sheng. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Wonderful. Should check that beforehand. And that optimizes health and well-being by nourishing the mind, body, and spirit, and incorporates Corinne's intuition, knowledge, compassion, and above all, empathy. So yeah, this session will cover the importance of slow grieving, and Corinne will talk us through some self-care practices that can help you heal and kind of look after yourself while you're grieving. So yeah, without further ado, I'll hand over to Corinne.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm joining you from the Netherlands, so the world has got a little bit smaller, right, with the technology, I think. So it's nice to be able to do this tonight. So I've prepared a PowerPoint, and so I just go through the PowerPoint, but I'd also have at the end some time for question and answers. But if there are anything like a pressing question, just feel free to just jump in. Okay, so I will start sharing my screen, and I hope that goes without any problem. There it is. I see it. Let's see. Oh, I'm not sure why it's not letting me do it. So, can you all see it?
Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah. So now I have to go all the way. Right. So there are no surprises now because you can see my PowerPoint. So anyway, so this is so we'll start. So what I have is just a little bit about the art of grieving and what I mean by the art of grieving. What is self-care? And just a few things about that, but also I will take you through a short visualization and also a short meditation. And like I say, we have some time at the end for question and answers, but please jump in if there's anything you would like to ask me. So the art of grieving, so what it is. For me, it is about self-care practices, which I refer to as rituals, to explore grief and healing. And the book itself is about an invitation to get creative with grief. What I find is that sometimes, we can get stuck and we don't know what to do. And, and the book is about helping you to find that creative side of yourself so that you can go through the path of grief and towards healing using your creative mind. It's about exploring practices to restore balance of mind, body, and spirit. And I will cover why that is so important to restore balance in our body, looking at the mind, body, and the spirit side. And the spirit can be anything that you believe in. So if you believe in God, or if you believe in a higher power, or if you believe in the universe, so spirit can have different meaning for everyone. And it's also encouraging you to discover your ability to heal your broken heart. We all have the ability to heal ourselves, and healing is not saying I am healed, but it's about that healing journey, because sometimes it's a lifetime. You keep working through it every single day. So a ritual or a self-care practice is basically an invitation to invite positive energy. And when we do a ritual or a self-care practice, we need a few things. So first of all is our intention. So the intention, let's say if you want to forgive, is that you give yourself that full intention. This is my purpose in this self-care practice or in this ritual. And focus attention, it means that you let go of all potential distraction and really focus on what you are doing in that present moment. And it's also about having that faith and that hope, the faith that things will get better, that things will be okay. And the release, like I say, if you want to release any heavy emotion, is to allow that to be released. And the commitment to keep doing the healing work. Do you have any questions so far, or can I continue? Okay, I continue. So slow grieving, what is it? And it's basically saying, take your time to grieve. There is no rush. There is no need to go through the emotion quickly or to say, oh, I am better, and not attending to all the emotions that can come up while you are grieving. Because sometimes there's a pressure that maybe from family, from friends, or from colleagues, that you should be better now. It's been long enough. But slow grieving is about, don't give your grief a timeline. If you need to grieve, take your time. So I take you on a short visualization. So for this, you can sit comfortably, close your eyes. I have an image of a garden there because I want to take you on a short visualization of a vast garden. So make yourself comfortable. And if you want, you can close your eyes or lower your gaze, whichever feels comfortable for you. And take a deep breath. Just breathe in and out, easy breath. And just allow yourself to sink in your seat. And now imagine a vast garden that needs painstaking effort and a large amount of determination for it to flourish and reveal its hidden beauty. Then imagine you are this vast garden. This is what you will be creating when you slow down, take a deep cleansing breath, and grieve. You are attending with tender loving care, patience, and self-compassion to every corner of your emotions. Nothing will be left untouched or uncared for. While taking care of your emotions, you are also paying attention to your physical and spiritual needs. The heartache, deep sorrow, and despair that have been part of your life will gradually make way for transformation. As you slow down to grieve fully and mourn your loss, you unveil within the depths of your soul a new meaning of life. Grief has many layers, but as you remove layer after layer, you will finally discover a new revelation that otherwise would have remained unseen. Whatever the revelation is, embrace it and work with it rather than against it. Now return your attention to your surroundings. And when you are ready, open your eyes. So this is the art of slow grieving through self-care practices. And how was that for everyone? Anybody wants to share? No? Okay. I move on to the next slide. So when we're talking about self-care, we are talking about taking care of the self, of course. And that has like three layers, if you like. It is taking care of the emotion, taking care of the mind, and taking care of the body. So emotions, why do we need to take care of our emotions? We are emotional beings. Our emotion also influence the way that we behave. And also over a long period of time, if emotions are not taken care of, they can create physical ailments. It can cause digestive issues, for example, or you can have lots of problems with high blood pressure, or you can have insomnia. So all kinds of things can come up if we don't take care of our emotions. And one thing that I often talk about because when we talk about emotions can change throughout the day as well. It can be quite chaotic sometimes and difficult to know, like, okay, what is it that I'm really feeling or experiencing, because it changes so often. And one thing that I say sometimes is just use the inner compass ritual or self-care, and it's very easy to do. Is you can take a moment, you can place your hand on your heart space, or just simply close your eyes, take that few minutes and just ask yourself, what is it that I need right in this moment? What emotion is calling me or needing my attention? And sometimes when an emotion comes up, you can then go like, okay, what is it underneath that emotion? Because the emotion has a reason. And very often that reason is unmet needs. And then you can work with that. But if you're having very much difficulty with lots of emotion and it's still like chaotic, it's good to speak also to a grief counselor. But for an everyday thing, you can use it just to give you that few moments to just put the brakes on and see, okay, what do I need right now? And what is that need? What is it that I need? And also taking care of the mind. This is the other layer. And the mind, of course, that's very important because the mind controls our behavior, but also our ability to function, whether it's at work or in a relationships. So taking care of the mind, I'll share the next slide, is finding moments of peace. Something that I share with some of my clients is that when you are busy and there's lots of things going on and you feel stressed and everything is happening at the same time, is just take 5 minutes. Just sit down and just give yourself that space. Sometimes it's just stepping outside for 5 minutes or making yourself a cup of tea, but just create those moments of peace throughout your day can help to shift the mind and give your body that reset that it needs. And getting enough sleep, of course, is something very important. It helps your body to reset so that the next day you have enough energy to keep going. And movement is good as well. It's a way to release all pent-up emotions, things that are stuck in your body. any type of exercise, any type of outdoor activities can help to release those heavy emotions. Distressing through yoga, visualization, meditation. These are all very good ways to distress. Even listening to music or having a hobby that can also help you to just create those moments where your mind is doing something else. Your mind is doing something that involves your creativity. So I have another meditation for you, and I hope you can join me with that one as well. And it's a very short one. So make yourself comfortable. And this meditation is about connecting with the universal love that surrounds us. And all you need sometimes is just tapping into that energy. So I invite you to sit comfortably and gently close your eyes. And slowly bring your attention to your breath. Feeling the rhythm of your breath as the air enters and leaves your lungs. Feel your chest rise and fall with each breath. As your body relaxes, your mind follows. And starts to relax. All thoughts and distractions fade into the distance. Imagine or sense a soft pink cloud surrounding you and gently enveloping your entire body with this gentle mist. It feels reassuring, peaceful, and relaxing to be surrounded by this soft pink cloud. Feel its pure loving energy. It is compassion in its purest form. It is empathy in its purest form. It is love in its purest form. You feel in harmony with everything within you, and you feel in harmony with everything outside of you. As you continue to follow the rhythm of your breath, you become aware of every single organ and every single cell in your body, pulsating in harmony with the loving energy surrounding you. You feel deep peace. Place your hand on your heart space and breathe 9 times into it. When you are ready, bring your hand back to your lap and breathe in and out. Gently bring your awareness back to the room. Move your toes and fingers and slowly open your eyes. All is well. This loving energy is always present whenever you need it. How was that? Anybody wants to share? No.
I found it really relaxing. I'm not sure about everybody else, but I
Yeah,
definitely feel a lot calmer now.
Okay. Good, good. Okay, so I continue. And now we go to the next layer of the self-care that I mentioned at the beginning. And this one is taking care of the body, of course, because grieving is very demanding on our energy and it affects our physical health. So it's very important to take care of our body. And one way to do that is, and I say to my clients at the practice, is that food is medicine. We eat every day. So it's a very easy medicine to access. So it's about making healthy choices. But because I know when we are grieving, the one thing that can happen is that we don't feel hungry. But when we do, we go for like easy things that easy to grab. And also sometimes when our energy drops, we crave sweet things. So we go for like the sweet things like cookies or chocolate or something quick, sweet. So it's about saying to yourself that your body needs good energy and try as much as possible to eat as healthy as you can. And one tip that I share with my clients is that you can make soups. Soups are easy because you can put lots of vegetables in, everything that you like, and it's easy to get all that nutrients in and easy to keep as well. Some soups freeze very easily. You can make a batch and save it in the freezer or in your fridge, take it to work, very easy. And some herbal teas, if you like herbal teas. So like I say, oops, my thing moved, is lots of veggies. So go for color, any type of color. It's very good. Orange, those type of foods are like orange in color, yellow in color, very good for your digestive system. Green leafy vegetables, potatoes and rice, very easy to digest because when you are grieving, sometimes your digestive system can be a little bit upset. So you can also have like potatoes and rice that is easier to digest. And when I say like rice, you can also go for like sticky type rice as well. Goji berries, very good for the digestive system. You can make tea with it as well. You can just take some hot water in a cup, add about 6 to 8 dry goji berries. Let it steep for a while, scoop out the goji berries. You can eat them as well and drink the tea, and it's super easy. And all the rest like eggs, fish. Go for organic meat if you can. Black sesame seeds is also very good. It's full of omega-3, and miso is also good for your system. It's got also protein, zinc, and also good for your digestive health. Herbs and spices also you can add. So that was my 3 layers. Do you have any questions for me?
Hi, Corinne. I just wanted to ask a question about I have problems with a night sleeping, especially. Have you got any suggestions on exercises I can do to help that?
Yes. So with sleep, Do you have difficulty falling asleep, or is it waking up during the night?
Waking up during the night mainly, yeah.
Is it always the same time?
Usually, yeah.
And what time do you
Well,
normally?
I mean, it's usually between 2 and 4 in the morning, and
Yeah.
yeah, and because I get up early for work, you see, it's really a problem sometimes.
And have you tried anything to try and get some like a good night's sleep?
Well, usually, I mean, because I do quite a bit of exercise, I do a bit of running, I naturally assume that that's going to help me, but it doesn't always, you know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing that I share with my clients, and you can try it, is to practice like sleep hygiene, and that's turning all electronic things from 8 o'clock. So like no social media after 8, like turning your phone off. What you can try as well is either having a shower or a bath. You can also try some acupressure as well. So I can show you a couple of things. Would you like that?
Yes.
Yes. So one of them is just at the back of your neck. So if you look at your, like, if you go from your ear and you go back, like the base of your skull.
Yes.
And then it falls into a crevice, right? So it's just there at the base of your skull. Did you find it?
Yes.
And then you can massage that. It's very easy. You just massage it for as long as you want, and as long as it feels nice. So you can start with that one.
Would it do that like before I go to bed, or in bed, or what?
Yeah, you can do it just before you go to bed. You can do it like sitting on your bed.
Right.
When you're ready and comfortable, you just do it. You close your eyes, but you have to make it like, you have to create the atmosphere as well. So you have to have your lights very low, or even turn off your light. And then you start doing the massage. So you have to create that space. And this is the acupressure point. It's called onion.
Yeah.
So then you massage it. And then the other one is right between your eyebrows in the middle. And that's called yin tong. And that's a really nice one as well. And you can massage it clockwise or anti-clockwise. You can try which one feels better for you, whether it's clockwise or anti-clockwise. I tend to switch between the two, clockwise and anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
And these can also help to calm the mind. You can combine it with some breath, like breath work. So when you're doing it, you're just breathing. Pay attention to your breath.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much for that.
So that's just 2 acupressure points you can try.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
With that, Corinne, so you're pressing those points. What does that actually do? Does that like release? Does it release something, or does it ease tension?
Well, this is from Chinese medicine, and they are specific points that is often used to really calm the mind. And this one at the back of the neck is specifically for sleep as well. So they are very specific points. So if you look at Western medicine, it's very difficult to explain because in Western medicine, we talk about endorphins or serotonin and all these. But in Chinese medicine, we know that those 2 acupressure points that I shared, that is really good for calming the mind and helping with sleep. Yes.
If I can share, sometimes I find it, really hard to get off to sleep, and it's annoying because by the time I get to sleep, it's time to get up in the morning. But I found a really lovely herbal tea called Sleep, and it's just all like spiced apple, vanilla, chamomile, passion fruits, and passion flower. And I actually find that if I have a cup of that before bed, I do have a rather peaceful sleep. I don't know, this is what it's called, by Twinings there. I really, if I feel like I'm going to have a bad night, I do actually drink that, and it works really well for me. So you could try that, Tony.
Well, where'd you get that from, Michelle?
Just in the supermarket,
Right, okay.
different herbal teas. Twinings is just called Sleep, and it's all like natural things in it, so it's fine, because I'm a bit weary about taking things, cautious rather, but yeah, but I find that's really good for me.
I'll give that a go. Thanks very much. Thank you.
And also someone like a friend of mine, because sometimes I can wake up and my head is just going round and round and round, all sorts of things going on in there. And a friend of mine said, when I feel like that, I should just write it all down. So it's sort of out and it's on that paper, so it's no longer in here, sort of thing. So I find that helps me as well.
Wonderful. Has anyone else got any questions at all?
Yeah, could I ask a question? It's about the emotional side of things you were talking about. Sometimes I'll be all right, and then I just get literally like overwhelmed. So for instance, today I was in a meeting with my manager and I just burst into tears and sort of didn't even feel it coming. And is there a way of sort of almost like recognizing that and preempting it and being able to basically not do it when it's I'm kind of, I think I'm good at processing my emotions in my own time and way, but when it suddenly sort of hits me like that, just if there's a way to either put it away quite quickly or like recognize it's going to happen.
Yeah, sometimes it's just you have to let it happen. Don't try to stop it. It's just that emotions is telling you, I need attention. I need you to take care of it. And like I was saying in the presentation with the inner compass, sometimes when an emotion comes, there's a reason behind it. And then that reason is very often like something that's not being met, like an unmet needs. So sometimes you can sit with that emotion and say, what is it that emotion is telling me? And then, for example, if it's an emotion of, I just pick one, I feel angry, for example. So then you can say, okay, why am I feeling angry? And it can be like several things, right? It can be, I feel angry because I find myself in a situation that I cannot control, for example, or I'm angry because I am lonely and nobody is taking care of me. So it's kind of like different reasons. And then you can say, okay, what can I do then to feel, to meet those needs? Is it I need to tell my family members, this is how I'm feeling? Or is it, let's say, because I feel a little bit lonely, maybe I should go out and try and meet other people, So there can be like different things. And it's about listening to that emotion. The emotion is just telling you something.
Yeah.
And if you push it away, you say, oh no, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to go there, then eventually it will come up again.
Okay.
So today you had a very tough day, and just be gentle with yourself and say, okay, it's okay. It's totally fine that you felt like that in a meeting.
Wow. I've got a very bad habit of actually doing that. I just suppress everything and I try and squash it down until I do actually lose control of it, and it does all just come up. I've done that work quite a few times. Yeah, so I have to take that on board as well.
I think this one, it just took me by surprise today because I didn't feel it coming. I felt all right. I knew I had the meeting and I was ready for it, and then it just came out of nowhere. So it's not like I recognised it was coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've had that as well. So, you know.
Maybe it's just Monday mornings. Maybe it's just not having meetings on a Monday morning.
Yeah. I like, well, I lost my mum, and like I think I just go up and down basically. But I had, you know, quite a little argument with my daughter and her boyfriend, you know, it's just quite unpleasant. And, you know, just basically she's just saying to me, oh, you know, you're behaving just like Nan, you're moaning, you're this, you're doing that, and you're saying these things. And I felt really bad because I couldn't see it. And also I just felt like, you know, I just have to walk on hot coals as to, you know, what I say. Is that going to sound like mum? Is that going to sound like mum? Is that going to sound like mum? And I just felt like I just can't open my mouth and say anything or do anything or act a certain way when, you know, everybody's capable of saying whatever it might be or behave in a certain way. But she's linking that, you know, with my daughter, and she was talking to her therapist about that because it's really upsetting her. And she said that, you know, it's part of grieving. I'm like, is that right? You can start behaving like somebody that you've lost, or I don't know. I just, yeah. And I just get really upset about it because my mum, she was quite a, you know, hot, you know, person. When she's ready to fire off, she goes for it. And then, you know, I'm back in the house and, you know, she just feels like I'm behaving like that, and it just upset me really, because I don't want it to be, you know, highlighting negative things about mum and how she used to be, you know. So it's just, I don't know, trying to, I don't know. But I mean, you know, is that part of me sort of grieving the loss of somebody and behaving like them, unconsciously actually doing that? I don't know, is that normal?
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on there, right? Your relationship with your daughter. So, and it's also the relationship that you had with your mom, and you're grieving, and your daughter's grieving.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to like to really explore and see, okay, where is that feeling coming from? Is it like a transference, you know, that when you're acting a certain way, your daughter sees her grandmother? Could be that transference as well. But it's important for you to be like, okay, how did the loss affect the relationship between you and your daughter?
Well, we are so close and we usually talk and everything. So it was really unpleasant, and, you know, not talking to each other for like a few days. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel nice. And it's like, mum's not even here, but it could be causing like that wedge between us. And it's just like, you know, just not nice. It was quite, you know, yeah, just really upset me, and it upset her. We've spoken about it now, and, you know, some of the things that were said, I sort of explained why I said it and how it was making me feel. And, you know, she, you know, spoke about some of the things that I said that really upset her and how it made her feel and what it reminded her of. So we have spoken, and, you know, just trying to move on from there and just trying to sort of come to a compromise. Okay, you know, if you say something or do something, let's just sort of deal with it there and then, opposed to it, you know, being a long log of things that you've listed there. So when anything does happen, it's like starts flying everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, grief can take a toll on relationships, right? It can cause a disconnection with the family members, because you're all grieving, but you're all at different stages of your grief, you know. And sometimes, you know, you could be at a stage where you're feeling okay, but somebody can be feeling angry with that loss, you know. So although you're grieving the loss of the same person, but you're at different stages, and that can cause friction and disconnection. So it's just taking the time to reconnect and finding that time to reconnect.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Just like step by step.
Grieve in different ways, and that can clash, can't it? Yeah.
Thanks for sharing there, Michelle. Has anyone else got a question at all for Corinne?
How did you find the meditation? Were you able to do it? Because not everybody is into meditation. I I know, but were you able to follow it?
Yeah, I really liked it actually.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Because I've done a few. There's one on, I think it's like the Headspace app, and it's all about like sunlight shining down and filling you up, which I was kind of struggle with like focusing on it, but this one with like the pink cloud, I really liked it. Just so I could really get into that one, just sort of being like cushioned from everything. It was nice. So thank you.
Lovely. And the garden meditation, the visualization?
I wasn't so good with that one, if I'm honest.
No.
But then again, I live by a railway line and a train went past. So
yes.
I think maybe if I tried it again in silence, it might be a bit better.
It's just a sort of using an imagery of like your emotions, you know, like this vast garden that you need to take care of, and it takes a lot of effort. And your emotions is the same, your grief is the same, right? It's like taking your time and just, you know, keep working at it. When I was exploring healing when I was in my early 20s, I thought that healing was like, oh, I'm healed. That's what I thought. And then I realized that actually it's not like, oh, I'm healed and I'm fine. It's healing. So it keeps going. You have to keep going and keep going. And I lost my sister when I was nearly 7. She was only a few days old, and I still grieve her. You know, I mean, you were talking about Geraldine, about all of a sudden you were crying, and I had that with the loss of my sister. I was getting ready to go somewhere. I can't remember where I was going, and I remember just crying, and there was something about that, and I thought, oh, I miss her. And I sat down and I just cried. I thought, okay, I'm just going to cry. I'm going to take my time. And then afterwards, I was like, okay, deep breath. I let it go. So sometimes that like when we say healing or healed, it's not about it. It's not healed. It's you keep working at it. And sometimes it is a lifelong journey, but it's keep working at it.
I've got a question, if that's okay. So you know when you have those days where you know your grief is like feels so big and you feel like you know you can't get out of bed, and you know even doing something really small feels really, really hard. Have you got like a top tip for like, you know, one really like simple thing you can do on those really hard days to, you know, ease the pain a little bit and make yourself feel a bit better?
The one that I often do is like take a step, you know, just like take a step. Just if you need to take that 5 minutes just to sit down, take a few deep breaths, and just calm the mind. That can also help. And one of them is also grounding. I find that a very nice one to do. And I sometimes do it at work as well. When I feel overwhelmed with lots of things going on, is I just stand nice and tall, like a tree, and I just feel the earth underneath me. And I just take a few moments and just breathe. And that just helps me to calm my mind. And I just think that I'm here, everything is okay, and I will be okay. And sometimes I have a little bit like a little affirmation that I keep repeating to myself, whether it's okay, I'm okay, just like simple things, whatever works for you, because everybody has their own little things like affirmation. You can write your own or have your own. But that helps me also. It's just taking that 5 minutes just to get grounded again. And the one that's really nice is that the healing heart meditation is just feel that energy around you, and that it's okay. You are okay. There's love around you. There's compassion around you.
Great, thank you. Has anyone else got any questions before we wrap up at all?
Myself, I'm just sort of stuck in this sort of mood where I just can't be bothered to cook. I just, and trying to get going is just, for myself, is really hard, even like if I do really, really push myself, I'm not doing it for myself, I'm doing it for my daughter. I don't know, I just feel like I just can't be bothered. And I used to eat really well, lots of fruit and veg and things like that, and it's just, I'll buy it all, but it will just be there in the fridge because I can't even be bothered to go and get it out to sit and eat it. And I'm just like, I didn't used to be like that. So I know it's not right, I know I need to, but it's just getting that sort of motivation and that kick to just come on, you need to do this, Michelle,
And what's stopping you, Michelle?
I just feel like I just can't be, it's like I just can't be bothered to look after myself. So I've got so much to do. That's one of the things why I wanted to join that, because it's about slowing down. It's like, I'm back at the house, I'm trying to clear it, I'm trying to go through mum's stuff, and I just think I'm just exhausting myself, and I'm just so like, I need to get this done, I need to get that done, I need to contact these people, I need to so it's like I'm just caught up in that world of everything that I need to do to sort out for mum, to sort the house out, to make it a bit like more what can I say, not make it more for myself, but just to be more comfortable in it, opposed to just being surrounded by mum. And it's like I've sort of lost Michelle in all of that. And it's like Michelle's not important at the moment in all of that. I'll get back to Michelle once I've sorted out all these different things, and I know it's not right, I know it's not good, that I suppose it feels just like a bit like can't be bothered to get out of bed in the morning, but it's just the sense that I can't be bothered to cook for myself. But if it, if I have to push myself to do it for someone else, then I will. But
But you said that Michelle is not important at the moment. And why do you feel that?
Because it's like I've got so much else to do, and it's sorting all these things out for mum, although mum's not here, I'm in the house, there's not keep being told by my daughter or my brother, just slow down, there's no pressure. It's like, it's not like I've got a deadline, but I'm just surrounded by so much. And mum really was one of those older people that just hoarded everything, had a use. So there's just so much to go through. It's like, even though I do a little bit, it's like I still haven't achieved anything. So it's like my efforts aren't even good enough, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I know it's not good, but I'm just stuck in that place, and it felt like I was lifting and coming out of that, but just lately I just feel like I'm back in that place again. I know that I shouldn't do it. But yeah, like,
maybe if you have a little plan of things that you can do, like to help you to sort out the house, maybe make a schedule, have people to help you, because you don't need to do it all by yourself. You can ask for help, and make a schedule also for, you know, that you need to eat, because if you don't take care of yourself, you will get sick, and then you can't do it again. Right? Then it's taking care of yourself. So taking care of yourself is a priority. So have it like as your number one thing to do that day, and then the rest. So if you make a schedule, you can put, okay, taking care of Michelle is at the top of the list, and then the other thing that needs to be done. And one thing that I say with my clients as well is make yourself a batch of soup. Then you don't need to cook every day. You can make soup for today and tomorrow, and you can have it for lunch, you can have it for dinner. You know, if you feel that your appetite is low and you don't feel like eating, sometimes just a little bowl of soup can get you through.
that helps, yeah.
And you get all the nutrients in.
And that's another thing, like you're saying there, to take time out. It's like when I get started, it's like I just don't stop. You know, my daughter picks me up on that, Mum, you need to have a break. I'm like, no. I need to get this, and then I'll feel okay that I've actually done something. So I know it needs to stop. I know I need to work on it. So maybe that's a good idea, to make the soup. And
yeah, make yourself a schedule for the day. And on top of the list, number one is taking care of Michelle. And then the rest.
Yeah.
Can I share a tip about the schedules that a manager gave me years ago that really helped? Because you get overwhelmed by your to-do list. And he was, because I'd sometimes write a to-do list for my day and put like 10 things on it, and then only do 2 of them. And he always said to me, just put 3 things on your list at the start of the day. And he said, if you tick those 3 things, brilliant, put some more stuff on it. He said, but if you've done 3 things, that's enough. So, because I think we're all into making lists, and then you just get overwhelmed by the list then, and then you don't do anything anyway. So just put 3 things is my tip, if you don't mind me sharing that one.
No, that's a great one. Let's make your list as short as possible.
Yeah.
But make a list.
I'm like,
yeah. So put 3 things on it, Michelle, and the first one, look after you.
Yes, number 1, take care of Michelle.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
that's a great tip. Wonderful. We're almost out of time, so I think we'll wrap up there. That's okay with everyone. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming. And thanks to Corinne for that wonderful presentation, all those great tips. I've definitely learned them, hopefully everyone else has too. And yeah, I'm just going to put the link to Corinne's book in the chat there, if anyone was interested in having a look at that. And yeah, apart from that, thank you so much for coming. We'll be running like similar wellness events at least once a month. For the foreseeable, so yeah, we'll let you know about when they're coming up as soon as we kind of know. But yeah, hope to see you in the event soon. And yeah, thanks again for coming, and thanks to Corinne for that great event.
Thanks,
Thank you for
Corinne.
having me. Thank you for having me.
Corinne.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone, take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. Bye. See you soon.
Thanks a lot, Emma. Bye.
Thanks, Tony. Bye.
Bye, Tony.
Bye, Corinne.
Bye. Thank you, Emma.
Oh,
Was
thank
it
you.
okay? Was it okay?
Yeah, that was lovely. Thank
Okay.
you. So I feel like it's just what everyone wants after, like on a Monday evening, you know, it was really like calm. Like I really love the meditation exercise. That was so useful. I'll definitely, like, you know, go back to that, and yeah, I'll have a look at that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and I just hope that everyone found it helpful, and
Yeah.
And have a good
Wonderful.
evening, Emma, and
You
thank you
too.
so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, take care.
Take care, Emma.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.